Blake Lively thought she was untouchable. She believed her status as Hollywood's golden girl and her massive social media following would protect her from the consequences of her own actions. But this week, the law finally caught up with her. A federal judge just gutted her entire legal case against Justin Baldoni. It was not just a minor defeat for her team, it was a total and complete demolition of her credibility. Out of the 13 claims she filed in her massive lawsuit, 10 of them were thrown straight into the trash. This includes the most serious allegations she made. She accused Justin of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. These were the claims she used to turn the internet against him during the press tour for It Ends With Us. But the judge made it very clear that there was no evidence to support her story. The truth is finally out, and the receipts show a very different picture than the one she tried to sell the public. This is the exact moment the mask slipped for good. Blake Lively is currently in a state of total career meltdown. Her plan to destroy a colleague has resulted in her own professional destruction. The truth is that this legal failure is the final nail in the coffin for her reputation. The court documents reveal that Blake's legal team tried to play a dangerous game. They tried to use the court of public opinion to influence a real court of law. But a judge does not care about TikTok trends or viral interviews. A judge cares about hard evidence, and the facts show that Blake Lively was the one in control the entire time. The receipts prove that she was the one making the demands on set. She was the one who forced her own edit of the movie onto the studio. The contract proves that Justin Baldoni, as the director, should have had the final say. But Blake used her power as a producer and a massive star to sideline him. When he tried to push back, she decided to launch a legal war. But that war just ended in a massive embarrassment for her. The judge dismissed 10 of her claims because they lacked any factual basis. They were described as speculative and unsupported by the actual record of production. This is a massive win for Justin Baldoni, who has remained professional and silent throughout this entire ordeal. He is the victim of a calculated plot to erase his work and ruin his name. But the court has vindicated him, and now the world can see who the real manipulator was. But what happened next was even more shocking for the fans who have followed this drama. The legal filings have exposed a secret weapon that Blake tried to use against Justin. Leaked text messages from Taylor Swift have surfaced in the court records. These messages were sent during the height of the tension on the movie set. In the texts, Taylor Swift reportedly called Justin Baldoni a clown and a doofus. She was clearly trying to support her friend Blake in her mission to discredit him. These messages were included in the filings to show a pattern of coordinated bullying. It proves that this was never about a bad work environment. It was about a group of powerful celebrities trying to blackball a man who dared to stand up to them. The truth is that Blake Lively tried to use her famous friends to build a wall around her lies. She thought that if enough famous people hated Justin, the world would believe he was a villain. But the judge was not impressed by the opinions of pop stars. The presence of these texts in a federal filing is a disaster for Blake. It shows that her strategy was based on high school tactics rather than legal merit. The receipts were about to go public, and now they are part of the permanent record. The first half of this battle was won by the truth. We now have the scene-by-scene breakdowns of what actually happened during the filming of It Ends With Us. The evidence shows that Blake Lively was the one who created tension by bringing her husband, Ryan Reynolds, into the process. Ryan was not an official writer on the project, yet he was reportedly ghostwriting scenes and changing the dialogue without consulting the director. The contract proves that this was a violation of the professional standards expected on a major film set. Justin Baldoni was trying to protect the integrity of the story. He was trying to respect the source material that millions of fans love, but Blake wanted the movie to be a showcase for her and her brand. When Justin tried to maintain his creative vision, she framed it as harassment. The receipts show that her allegations were a strategic move to take over the editing room. She wanted to be the hero of the story, both on screen and off. But the legal documents show she was the one acting as the aggressor. The truth is that she bullied the director of her own movie and then sued him when he didn't give up. The second half of this legal disaster is even worse for Blake's future. The brands that once lined up to work with her are now running for the exits. The numbers show that her personal brand has taken a massive hit. Her hair care line and her cocktail brand are seeing a sharp decline in interest. Investors are looking at the legal fallout and realizing that she is no longer the safe bet she used to be. The cost of this lawsuit is not just in legal fees, which are already in the millions. The cost is the loss of her status as an A-list star that people can trust. The truth is that the industry is turning its back on her because her lies have been exposed in a court of law. You cannot claim someone harassed you when the evidence shows you were the one in charge of the entire production. The receipts show that she was the one who hired her own editor to create a competing cut of the film. This is unheard of in Hollywood for an actress to move against her director in such a blatant way. But she thought she was too big to fail. She was wrong. The legal battle over the remaining 3 claims is still ongoing, but the momentum has shifted entirely. Justin Baldoni is now seen as the professional who was silenced by a corporate machine. The witness statements from the crew are starting to leak out. These statements describe a set where Blake Lively held all the power and used it like a weapon. They describe her as someone who would not take direction and made the work environment difficult for everyone involved. The receipts show that Justin tried to resolve these issues privately. He tried to have meetings and clear the air, but Blake refused to engage. She wanted a fight because she thought she would win. Now she is losing, and she is losing big. The judge's decision to throw out the majority of her case is a signal to the rest of the industry. It shows that celebrity status does not give you the right to make up stories to destroy someone's career. The truth is that Blake Lively is the architect of her own destruction. She built a narrative on a foundation of lies, and now that foundation has crumbled. The investigation into the set of It Ends With Us has revealed a culture of fear that Blake created. People were afraid to speak up because of her connection to the most powerful people in the industry. They were afraid of the repercussions of going against a woman who was best friends with Taylor Swift and married to Ryan Reynolds. But once the judge threw out the claims, the fear began to vanish. The truth is that the evidence was always there. It was just buried under a layer of celebrity gloss. The receipts prove that the harassment she claimed never happened. The witness statements describe a professional environment that she chose to disrupt. This legal failure is a warning to every other star who thinks they can use serious allegations as a tactical move. It's a disgusting abuse of the system, and the judge saw right through it. Blake Lively's reputation is in a total collapse, and there is no coming back from this. She has been exposed as a manipulator who tried to ruin a man's life for the sake of her ego. In the end, the truth is the only thing that remains. Blake Lively tried to rewrite the script of her life to make herself the hero. She tried to make Justin Baldoni the villain in a story she invented, but the receipts show that she was the one who broke the rules. The contract proves that she overstepped her bounds. The legal documents show that her claims were a desperate attempt to cover up her own bad behavior. The judge has spoken, and the case is effectively over. Her empire is falling, and her career is in a tailspin. The cost of her lies is her dignity and her future in this industry. The truth is finally out, and the world is watching the downfall of Hollywood's former golden girl. She thought she could win by playing dirty, but the receipts show that she only succeeded in destroying herself. The final line of this story has already been written by the court. The truth is that Blake Lively is the one who ended her career by trying to end someone else's. The receipts show the truth, and the truth is that she lost everything because she couldn't stop lying. Her legal defeat is total, and her public image is gone forever. This is the real cost of a manufactured narrative. The truth is out, and it is not what she wanted us to see. Blake Lively is now the cautionary tale of what happens when you believe your own hype too much. The legal forensic evidence has spoken, and the case is closed. Her reputation is dead, and her lies are all she has left. The receipts are public, and they prove everything we suspected. The era of Blake Lively is over.